Hey everybody, welcome back. If you guys have not watched the last video, then I will repeat the reason I went so long without posting a video is for the better part of a day and a half I was without power. And that on top of coming off of a closing shift the day before, I didn't have time to do any videos. And I'm kind of kicking myself because the night I got off, Tuesday night, I Tuesday night, I thought to record a video, and I was like, I'll do one in the morning. You know, I had time before my shift to do at least a couple videos, and so I went to bed, and I think it was maybe a little after 2 o'clock in the morning, we lost power, and it was a pretty bad one. Obviously by how long we were out of power, but just on our drive alone, right at the top of the driveway where it meets the main road, all of the lines came down and burned paths on the concrete and burned paths in the ditch all the way down to the stone. And then it had like loose wire when later in the day we were able to get into town once they had cut the wires and deactivated everything. There was lines down for a good couple miles, and then found out when I got to work from a coworker her area was out of power as well, and she lived a good 6-7 miles away from where I did. So hit the town city I live in pretty good. Like, in town itself had power, but all of us that live out in the country, we were all screwed for, better part of a day and a half. And I know, even right now, past my house, there are still people who don't have power. And looking at the map, with the estimated time of fixing, they will potentially be out of power until tomorrow night. So I really hope that everything gets sorted out so that no one has any problems. Okay, so no one's coming from that way. Let's turn around in case that guy comes around. But as always, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and do not be afraid to tell me anything in the comments or whatnot if there's something you want to see improved, or if you want to see me do another game. Because I have a decent amount of games in my Steam library, so chances are I might have it. If I don't, I'll obviously leave a comment saying that I do not have it, but I got a decent amount. And I like to go through the free section on Steam and check for any interesting games on there, which I have found a few. I haven't played them yet, especially because they take a lot of space. I was hoping that would despawn. I think I found one that was a free game, and I think it was like almost 200 gigabytes. So living where I do, and downloading or installing a game takes a significant amount of internet from the house, so I try to do it when I'm at work to not affect anybody else's Wi-Fi or anything else. Can't tell. I'm gonna regret this. Okay, so that's friendly. I might be able to dart across. On the downside to this one, the one point on this map, I should say, is yeah, that would happen. I'm not the most familiar with the terrain, as I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted. and so I don't know the good sniping spots. And dang, got me from a good ways. But even just capturing the zone on that one should get it a decent amount of points for getting some modification. Dang. That sounded like rockets being fired. Hearing a lot of rockets in these last couple matches. And in case any of you guys, again, didn't watch the last video or are just wondering in general, I have not forgotten about Space Engineers or Continue in the Hangar. I actually have done a good amount of work off camera, and I was starting to get one interior wall put up so that I didn't dig and put a hole through the side of the cliff face. And I had like 8,000 steel plates built up, and I didn't even get halfway done with the wall on the one wall. So I'll probably hop on, depending on how I'm feeling after recording this video. I'll probably hop over to Space Engineers and hopefully just get some materials produced. But it is chewing through our base's supply, and as you guys have well seen, my ship ain't exactly the best for my money. And man, no matter where I would go, there was going to be someone. Let's just go back with this guy. And since I still haven't figured out why my software wants to crash every time I use the pause button, and I haven't tested it in War Thunder yet, but every time I do it on Space Engineers, as I've said in previous videos, it crashes on me, and I do not know why. Even when I put my pause button back to what the original keybind was, it still crashes. And I really hate losing footage, especially when I've gone a decent amount of time between. I hate losing footage for you guys. So maybe after this video, I'll do a quick match, and I'll try to test out pausing and see if it's just in just in Space Engineers that it crashes, or if it happens in War Thunder 2. Because if it does, then I can shoot an email off to the people who I bought software from and ask why. Because I never had the problem before when I was recording a couple years back. But then again, I didn't have any problems recording League of Legends videos a couple years back, and now it just wants to lag every time I have the software open. Aww. Oh, did he seriously die the moment I was shooting? Okay, someone got him. I'm still gonna go over there and check. Damn it. No, thank you. I'll happily accept that assist. Oh, sweet. I didn't even realize that was the guy that had already killed me. Revenge is always nice. That is very satisfying. Christ, are both sides dying? It doesn't bode well. Especially when I get stuck. Come on, machine gun, reload. Oh. Glad I wasn't driving that way. Someone take him out? Oh, that was a little too close for my comfort. Let's see. Really? That would just hit that barrel. The hell even got me? Oh god, that I was gonna try to limp over to where I could help him and he could help me at the same time, but I know he was originally coming over to help me with repairs, but I'm glad I could at least act as a body shield for him. Oh, I was hoping to be able to drive up behind him and get him with this. Oh no, I think this one's going pretty well. It's not my best. I think my best ever match, I had like 17 kills. Yeah, that one was a good one. For some reason, even though I kept repeatedly killing the enemy every single time they had come out of this one pass, they still kept coming there, even after there was about 14, 15 shells of tanks laying there. They still just kept coming. And it wasn't one of the maps where they were like limited to only coming through that area. It was a good open map. No! Oh, that's even more embarrassing. This is just a crap little truck. Same as mine. I don't think there's really a point to spawn in, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, they partially took the zone. Tiny little bump was able to throw me that much. If that guy is still there, I don't want to get shot in the exact same area again. And this is gonna suck if we lose when we got that close to winning. I hope that plane gets him. No! I don't have time for you. Ah, damn it, we're gonna lose. Destroy 100 player vehicles while using Chinese vehicles. Forget how many achievements were specific to who you were playing. Yeah, we're already up to the 2.3. And we'll get rid of you. And for sake of speed, we'll just have it spend them. Love it when it's a quick one. Ah, I like this one. Ah, we finally got the new one for him. It's the same, it's the same. No point carrying that. Let's look at that. Yeah, I think we'll take this one out. Really should have looked at which one I was going to spawn at. You know, we're going to go to B. B usually sees a really good amount of action early game. Usually. Oh, and in case any of you guys were wondering, since I mentioned it in the first video I posted, I am trying to get to be a promoter for Shop Solar. I haven't heard back from them yet after they emailed me the application forms and everything, but I am very much hoping, because they are a very good company, and I do want to start building up my own collection of solar stuff, and I will be going through them. And I have watched a couple other homesteader YouTubers that they say nothing but good things about Shop Solar. And with all the feedback I've been getting from them, with all my inquiries and little requests about what would be best for me and everything, I would tend to lean towards agreeing with the other YouTubers. That, and they're very fair. I knew I saw that tank over there. Oh, there. Oh. Whew. I knew getting the better shells would go a long ways. No! It was just too high. If I had managed to get to the top of the stairs, I might have actually been able to do something. Let's check this guy out. Definitely a different variation of the Zis that I am used to. But if it performs like the other ones, then I will not have much to complain about. And back to the thing about solar, it actually helped a dang decent amount for when we were just without power. It's not anything I got through Shop Solar or anything, but it was a little portable battery pack that you can charge from, you know, solar, your house, or even charge it from your car. Nothing fancy for it. It was just a tiny one that, you know, meant for things like charging phones off of or whatnot. But obviously, since our internet is with the phone company that we go through in our area, even though we were without power, since we still had the old landline and everything, we were able to, Dad's idea, hook up my little battery to the router, and so they were able to have at least some Wi-Fi on the phone so they could try to figure out what was going on. Yeah, that would happen. If I use the fire extinguisher, I'm going to stop. But if I don't, I'm going to die. But, yeah. Start of my little solar collection was that little portable battery, and it actually went a long ways. Since, you know, a day and a half without power, it's kind of hard to do anything. Especially when it's extremely overcast outside and it makes it extremely dark in the house. But how it relates to solar for me is After that, and having the tiny little one that could only really do the phones and everything, or the little router for that matter, made me look on Shop Solar for a bigger portable one, and I found a nice little kit for about 1,500, before tax, rounding down. Comes with 2 flexible solar panels and the portable battery itself, and that one would be able to power things like your fridges and your washers and dryer, and I am honestly thinking about getting that. And even without the addition of those flexible solar panels on the kit I'm looking at, it is around 1,400, but I have seen that exact model on a couple of homesteaders videos that I watch, and they have given it extremely great reviews. So this day and a half power outage kind of made me want to get some of that, because may not have been able to do any of the things with the internet, potentially. I don't know how my connection would have been, but if I had had one of those bigger portable batteries, I would have been able to hook up my computer and at least record some Space Engineer videos, and then once everything got back up, I would have been able to post those. So kind of just made me want to speed up what I was getting. Eventually, I would love to have a whole entire solar setup for the house, whether it be my parents' house or the one I will be living at in the future. But either way, I definitely think I'll be going through Shop Solar. That was a little close for comfort. When I saw the movement, I thought it was going that direction, not this direction. Either that or I saw 2 different vehicles. Terrible spot to have to do repairs, though. I hear movement. I really hope it's just him.
We no longer have the advantage.
Was gonna keep going around the B area, but I'm gonna try to mosey on over to C. That was a misclick. My luck, someone would have been right around the corner. It's happened before. Heck, I had one time my cat was walking across, and not only did she step on the keyboard, she stepped on the mouse, so she shot my machine gun, and then she shot one of the main guns. So I had a tank that had multiple main guns. And right after she did that, all of a sudden 2 different tanks came around the corner and just annihilated me. And of course, the cat just sat there looking completely unapologetic. Man, those guys are pushing far into the spawn point. I don't care to do that when we're still, a ways from the end of the match. Like, if it's only going to have maybe a minute or less to the match, then yeah, I'll push it. But this early, when the meter is still that full, I don't care for being a spawn camper. Like sitting, like I've done in previous videos, sitting on that hill and waiting for them to come out a ways from the spawn, that is completely fine, but I don't like watching them spawn. I've never been one that enjoyed spawn camping. Even when I was playing way back on Combat Arms. Old computer one, the original version, I should say. Good game. Maybe if I can convince my brother, we can get the remastered version installed and see how much it's worth it. Because we both quit playing because hackers became a major problem where you couldn't go into any lobby without it happening. But from what I've been told, the remastered version is a lot stricter on all of that. Because on the original, there was full lobbies that the entire name even just said hackers only. I think that's going to be it for this video, though. We are at the 30-minute mark, and my luck, if I tried to start another one, it would be one of those matches that's a 30-minute match by itself. So I'm going to leave you guys here, and then I am going to try some tests to see if I can pause and unpause while playing War Thunder to determine if it is only Space Engineers that has a problem with it. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry again for the gap in the posting, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.